問咧就係、考試係即係譬如有冇 tips 啊咁樣，即係有同學問我，OK，咁其實通常我啲學生係好中意我啲 tips 嘅，即係同埋我發覺我呢兩年咧，似乎係有時可能仲記得太多，太過 explicit 添，即係因為喺呢一科嚟講咧，其實我會覺得咧，因為太多嘢，即係首先我又唔覺得我自己嚟講咧，我覺得其實當然我正話用英文講書啦，即係聽其實有好多咧，有一部分你可以話係 common sense 嚟嘅 ，OK， 即係咁，亦都當然有啲係呢啲 common sense 唔係就咁作出嚟啦，呢啲 common sense 多少都係 based on 啲 software project 嘅實戰嘅機會啊咁樣，咁所以但係呢個係實戰加 common sense，咁如果你哋又冇乜實戰，咁上堂聽咗嘅時候咧，其實一般即係考試其實都你又曾經聽一次，通常我哋都會唔記得嘅。但係如果你聽兩次，即係而兩次中間又唔係隔好遠嘅，咁通常都會記得嘅。咁所以所以我都係比較贊成啲同學咧，就係、是、聽完一次之後咧，一個禮拜之後再温一温書啊，温一温啲 slides 啊之類咁樣咧。即係聽一次温一次咁一個禮拜內，咁然之後到考試之前係咁已飛過啲 slides， 同埋我考試之前咧，我會係會有一兩個 page， 即係有一啲嘅重點話俾你聽，即係要大家識啲乜嘢，譬如咁當然嗰啲我 list 出嚟識嘅嘢咧，我係會刻意係話多少少個考試嘅，咁即係話咧但係咧又會比較成個 syllabus， 我哋即係呢兩個學期教嘅嘢會少好多嘅，即係可能我會話嗱，而家我哋今年教過咁多嘢咧，有呢四分一係最重要嘅 ，OK， 咁而呢四分一即係就可能有五分一啊、六分一啊抽咗出嚟考咁咯 ，OK， 咁所以即係你會讀啲嘢我記得我以往咧好多年咧都會有10零20% 咧係唔講俾啲學生聽喺邊度出嘅 ，OK， 咁但係我呢兩年又好似冇做呢一樣嘢喎，但係咁變咗啲同學又可能高分得滯，咁所以我睇下會唔會要睇下有咩調教咧，但係OK， so let's continue with this. Second question, which is not an output of a scope management process? You probably can answer this question by referring back to a slide. Let's see, was it a slide? Okay, this slide, scope management.總之，但係呢題咧都係算啦，我俾個答案出嚟啦，都係死記嘅呢啲，其實都係即係反而考個 PMP 喺某個程度上咧，有啲嘢係 sort of 係要記嘅，即係我都會覺得即係 OK。咁呢個答案就係即係個 business case 啦，即係因為如果我冇記錯呢個 business case 咧，其實係應該係 input 嚟嘅添嘅，應該係即係唔係嗰個 output 嚟嘅，即係OK。So let's move on time management. Okay, time management is another knowledge area. You need to define activities, and then you sequence them, okay? You make a sequence of the activities. So the activities roughly correspond to the work breakdown structure. So after you break down the work structure, then the activity to create that work structure will be the activities. And then you sequence the activities and of course you estimate the amount of resources, how many people you need to do that, or how long it takes. And so if a task require let's say 10 person days, and if you assign 2 people to do it, supposedly you can finish it in 5 days. And if you assign 1 person, it takes 10 days. So after deciding that the task takes 10 person days, and then you decide how many people you have, then you can decide the duration. After that, you can develop the schedule, and you will also control the schedule. So develop is just the plan, and control means you adjust, you make adjustment, okay? So this is the network that we have seen before. These arrows stands for dependency, because some activity, for example, activity C may depend on the output of activity A. So you have an arrow like this. So based on this, we can plan to assign people to this. We have not, when we look at this first, a few weeks ago, we did not say about anything about assigning people, okay? So you need to make sure that based on the time frame, you do not assign 1 person to do two tasks. Otherwise, if you do that, you need to lengthen the completion time, okay? So you make sure that you don't overlap, you don't assign 1 person to 2 tasks with the assumption that he spent 100% of his time, okay? So that has to be done. And there is a term called rolling wave planning, which means plan as you go. So first, what is the challenge? A challenge is that it's very difficult to plan in details ahead of time too much, okay? Because the future things depends on your work next. So how fast, how well you finish the work, maybe you find out that it takes longer than you need. So most economical way of planning is not to plan for the details for too long. Let's see. Okay. So I have an example right here. Okay. Just fictitiously, hypothetically, our project consists of works is requirements, design, coding, and testing. Each takes 3 months, so it takes 12 months to finish it. Okay, so the plan as you go means at the beginning of the requirements part, you plan for the activities for this in detail. Okay, you don't plan the design, coding, testing yet, except you just say there will be a big milestone. The milestone of the design document completed by the end of June. Okay, and also all the coding completed by September. But then maybe in stage A, you don't know how many components you have. So you do not have the detailed plan that, okay, the design of component A will be finished in May, component B will be finished in June. Okay, you don't have very details like this. So that means, so make sure, I guess, other than the plan as you go, you also need to understand the term milestone. Milestone means the major big deliverable, not the minor small thing. Okay. So for example, in this project, maybe you will have many source code. Okay. For example, 200 files. Okay. It needs to be done in C. So if in your detailed planning, maybe you will say first week you finish 10 files, second week you finish 20 source files. Okay. So that would be detailed planning. But if we say we're planning by the milestone, we just say we'll finish all the coding end of September. Okay, without dividing it up, what to finish in week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on. Okay, so those are detailed planning. So and you can even imagine that you're actually doing something very similar to Scrum, because in Scrum we do not plan the activities in a sprint 5 sprints later, 6 sprints later. We do not look into the detail that far. You only look in the detail in the coming sprint, the next sprint. Okay, so you don't look 2-3 sprints ahead. So we are actually using that idea too. So why do we want to do that? Okay, because if we plan too much ahead, that means we have to visit the planning task multiple times. 因為如果我哋 plan 咗，譬如如果 let's say 我哋而家喺 requirement 嗰個 stage，我哋而家 plan detail for requirements。但係如果我哋有 plan detail for design 同埋 coding 嘅時候咧，其實我哋到4月5月嘅時候咧，我哋都要 go through 呢啲 detail， 即係又要再 go through 一次。所以第一，你係將同一個 task 你 go through 兩個 planning task 咧 detail planning 你 go through 2次啦，而且咧你第2次 go through 嘅時候咧，你亦都可能需要做好多嘢去 update 佢，因為可能啲 detail 已經係唔同咗㗎啦。OK， 所以that's why the plan as you go means you only plan details maybe 2-3 months ahead. Okay, that may be a more economical use of your time, your planning time for the project manager. Okay. Okay. Control schedules. Control schedule is a process that takes inputs of the project management plan, schedule, work performance information, and organizational process assets. And its output include change request, update to the organizational process asset, update documents, and also some performance data. Okay. Okay. So let's look at some terminology. Organizational process access, it means lots of different things: plans, processes, policies, procedures, and all the previous knowledge. For example, your previous project, how fast you do your work, in how productive in the previous projects. If you have this information, you can plan for the next one more accurately. And work performance information includes this bunch of stuff. And these things actually tells how well your performance is. For example, how much money has been spent. If you don't have this information, then you have a bigger risk of over budget. Okay, so you have to keep track of how much you spent, and also without. So all of these things determines your current performance. Okay. So that finished the time project management. Okay. So I'll save that, and after 3 minutes, we'll go on to the next part.